Celtics Postgame Live is presented by your New England Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com.
Good offense. JB for 2 and 1. That time it was cream and cookies. They reversed the alley-oop. That is true.
Cream and cookies, cookies and cream. It doesn't matter because the Celtics just showed pure dominance to no surprise in this one, and that was without Jason Tatum. Welcome to the Celtics postgame live. The C's get the dub over Detroit, 123-99. Pure dominance really across the board. And Eddie, I think, and Chris, I just think about the 15-point lead at the half. But to me, also, that stands out. 34 assists on the night. The Celtics now improved to 7-0 when they have 30-plus assists on the game. The ball was moving.
Unselfish team, selfless, selfish in all the right ways. Defensively, but offensively, selfless, moving the ball. And when that ball hops around like that, you're going to get great. You're not going to get good shots. You're going to get great shots. And I will always say this: everybody eats, B.
Yeah.
Everybody was out there eating tonight, B. And I mean, what else can we say? That's when we're at our best brand of basketball is when it's like that. And when Jason Tatum stepped out, didn't play tonight, you were looking for somebody who were going to elevate their game, and many people, many guys stepped up.
It was like a buffet line of who wanted to eat tonight because you got, like, you were just saying, Derek White kind of blends into the scenery, had 7 threes.
Seven threes.
He got hot at one point and then kind of passed the baton. Peyton Pritchard coming in. Is there, like, any doubt that he's going to be Sixth Man of the Year based on the way he's playing right now? It's ridiculous how good and how deep this team is, and what a perfect palate cleanser. And also, I mean, they bricked everything in the start of that first quarter, but then just kind of turned it up. It was incredible how quickly they found it.
Yeah, Peyton Pritchard, I mean, once again, another incredible night. 14 points in the first half alone. He finishes just a number of threes here as well, and 5 assists in that first half. And then you just continue to watch him do his thing, Eddie, when Jason Tatum is out. It really doesn't, I mean, it does matter, don't get me wrong. But when you have Peyton Pritchard come in and play the 30-plus minutes that he did here tonight and contribute the way he did, the Celtics basketball is at its finest.
Yeah, 10 assists, fantastic. Out of the 34 he led the team in assists, led the game in assists. But my takeaway from this game was, remember the last time we played Detroit? They had 23s, right? Tonight they finished with 7 threes, 42% from the field, 18% from 3. To me, that's playing defense, and that gives you opportunities. That gives you more opportunities to get out there. They didn't turn the ball over. We turned the ball over 14 times. They only turned it over 8 times, but we limited them. They didn't have a lot of offensive rebounds. They only had 9. They had one more than us. But for the most part, we were limiting them to 1 shot. Then we get the rebound. Then we'll push it out in transition. And then that ball will get to hopping around, flying around. And before you know it, somebody passed up a good shot for a great shot. I like that clip that they showed with Al where he caught it. Because he could have caught it, came down, went up with it. He just caught it in the air and said, hey, I'm going to kick it over to my guy, let him knock it down, pass up a good shot for a great shot.
Yeah, and Jaylen Brown even mentioned, before this, he only had 4 points in the first half, and he was still plus, 10 plus something, 20 I think it was. And that's because they have so many different guys contributing, one of them being Derek White, who it almost seemed, as we mentioned, Chris,
kind
a little bit
but
quiet,
then boom.
That he had those 7 threes. Unbelievable. He stands by with Abby Chin.
Derek, playing without JT, everybody stepped up. But in particular, you hit 7 threes tonight. Where were those hiding? You stashed them in your pockets?
Man, I'm shooting pretty bad the last couple games, so it's good to see a couple go in, and I got a lot of really good looks, so credit to teammates.
Thank you so much. You weren't the only one. You guys racked up 34 assists. This really looked like Celtics basketball out here tonight. JB Bickerstaff before the game called you guys one of the most unselfish teams in the league. Where does that come from?
Everybody just playing the right way. Got a lot of guys who do a lot of different things, and we understand that we're at the best when we're playing as a unit. So being unselfish, making an extra pass, and it's a lot of fun to play that way.
And we just saw Peyton run by. What can you say about him and the importance to this team and to this city?
He's unbelievable. We see his work every day, and it's great to see him come out here. And every time he comes in the game, he changes it for us. So he's been huge all year and had a great night tonight.
I saw you guys scheming on the bench late there in the game. What were you guys talking about?
We wanted Peyton to score a couple more points.
You got it done. Derek, thank you. Congrats.
All right, Derek White, again, having an incredible night. Drew and Scal, we didn't even mention this yet, but we think it may have had to do with the fresh cuts up here. We have these guys with the fresh cuts. Y'all have the fresh cuts. That must have been what the flow was here that worked for the Celtics tonight.
Can I start?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna break this game down real quick for you, but I want you to put Kayla on camera, if that's okay. Can you guys do that for me? All right.
Look out, Kayla.
All right.
I got nothing to do with this.
The reason we won is because we scored more threes, right? That's it. There's nothing they could do. If Detroit can't knock down threes, forget it. But Kayla, I heard a story that on April Fool's Day, that our good friend actually had someone come by and arrest you just for like an hour. Is that true or not true? I gotta you didn't do nothing, but it was an April Fool's joke. Is this true? Is this a true story or not a true story? Go ahead, Kayla.
Not that I know of. I don't think
you
that's
never
a
got
true
faked
story.
arrest. You never got faked arrest. Oh, you got a Cap. We got Cap. We calling Cap out here.
Wow.
She said
Bernie
Cap.
Lee about to tweet at you? Where'd you get that?
Cap
No,
out
I gotta
here.
find out. I gotta
Are
find
you
out.
sure it was Kayla, not another Burton?
No.
Wasn't for
It may have
What
been
about your other?
Veronica. It may have been
Not Veronica. Was it? What
I
about your
just
other
said
sister?
Veronica.
What about your other sister?
It could have been Kendall. I would put my money more on
Did you ever get real arrested?
No, Scout, can we? Yes,
Hey, hey, statute of limitations.
No,
we
I
don't
just
talk
wanted
about
to ask.
crimes, man.
I just wanted to ask. Okay, look, this game is easy. If the Pistons can't knock down threes, no one can
What a
compete. When we
transition.
knock down threes, it's over. That's it. That's the difference. Pistons played pretty well, but if you can't knock down threes, you can't play with the Celtics.
Did Drew get a fresh cut? Drew, you got
did.
a fresh cut too?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, hey,
My boy Sean got me right.
Hey, fresh cut Thursday. You got a fresh cut. Scal got a fresh cut. Forsberg got one. I got one. Joe had one.
Luke Cornett had one.
Luke Cornett had one. KP
Yeah.
stayed with one. I mean, yeah, man. Fresh cut Thursday.
Hey,
What up?
fresh cuts through the playoffs. Every game, fresh
Right.
cuts.
Every game? Hey, we don't all have that NBA money, brother. If you're
Right.
paying, I'll be there.
I'll do that. Through the playoffs, to get another one of them rings, I'm down.
Yeah, all right.
Right.
I'll be there. My boy Sean, I'm not coming to see you every day, though. I'll go to Supercuts.
No, don't do that to yourself.
Fresh cuts all around. That's clearly what did it here tonight. Listen, I never knew what I was going to get with Scal. All I know is that the Celtics, they got the dub, and they dominated it in the way they did without Jason Tatum. 123-99, the final. They continue their dominance against Detroit. Coming up, we're going to break down more of not only Peyton Pritchard balling out here today, but KP with the blocks. All of these Celtics players contributing when they need it most.
They put the Pistons in cuffs.
There they go.
Celtics Post Game Live is presented by your
Check out the latest Celtics Talk podcast for much more on tonight's game. You can scan the QR code on the screen or find it in your favorite podcasting app or on YouTube. It is presented by 24autogroup.com, 11 locations across New England. Meanwhile, let's head back into the locker room, hear from Kristaps Porzingis following this win over Detroit.
What do you think of the jumbo lineup? The double bigs. Really big bigs.
I like it. I like it, to be honest. Of course, there's pros and cons to both options, but of course our rebounding is a little bit better. I can be a bit more aggressive and maybe trust that there's somebody else that can alter shots at the rim. So that's just gives me more confidence also. And I think we can definitely play both ways, and we can be effective and dangerous both ways.
How big of an adjustment is it for you?
No, nothing major, honestly. As I said, the more confidence. It's like stepping out, being a bit more aggressive up. Being able to maybe blitz a bit more. And knowing that Luke or Al or Nimi's back there also protecting the rim. And I think that's the biggest change for me. But yeah, I'm comfortable both ways. Last season, most of the season we played with one big starting, and there's other pros to that. So either way, we're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
That play where you and Luke are passing back and forth to each other. He ends up cutting and finding Derek. Like, how does a play like that come together between you two?
It's cool because Luke is just such a like selfless player, almost too much sometimes. You know, he gets the ball, he wants to make the right play, pass, and I knew it. Like if I flash in the paint, he's gonna find me. He found me, and then he just, you know, did a little Luke run and cut, and I saw him, threw it to him. I thought he was gonna finish, but then the guy came in, kick out to D White. D White didn't let us down, hit the three, and it was a beautiful play.
Where are you like at conditioning? All right, so we need Kristaps Porzingis breaking down more plays for us.
Right?
Yeah, post game. You know,
he's going to do the dunk and dunks from now on. We'll just let him run through the tape.
Well, he quite literally did. We'll get to that in a second. But it's just like, it's another pretty much, this is what you get from Kristaps Porzingis every night, 19 and 8. You know what I mean? Like, he just lives in this area, gives them that. He's just been consistent since he's been back this year.
And points in the paint, think about it, is 40, we're -2, 48 to 46. And just the luxury we're able to have with him scoring the basketball where he gets it at. And not only the fact that because he could stretch the floor. We know he could stretch the floor and knock down threes. But in that area right there is where we were lacking when we were getting killed in the paint. That's a basket in the paint right there. And this is where he lives
Tobias
at.
has
right
no
there.
chance.
That's where he lives at. And I love the fact that we look for him right there. Look, again, we look for him in those areas. And when he gets it, he just goes to work. He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't think about it. He just gets his money. And then this is how he protects the rim as well. So you could, if you're a defender on the perimeter, you can gamble a little bit or play a little harder knowing that behind you, you have somebody that can erase one of your mistakes.
Did you see Tim Hardaway Jr. on that one play where they had like 3 guys around him and Kristaps just dumps it in over the top of him and he's just like, what are we supposed to do? And that's the luxury of Kristaps Porzingis. Like, even Kristaps didn't have a great start to the game. That Isaiah Stewart blocked that dunk attempt at the rim, unfazed, knocks down a 3, got him going. And just, I love the easy stuff around the basket. It's just such a way for this team, and even on a night when the threes are falling, to have that as a sort of backup option, something you can lean on, such a luxury.
He also had like 2 8 to 10 footers, I think, in that first quarter when they were struggling to score the ball. I mean, they ended up with 27 points in the first quarter, but they got off to a slow start, and you can kind of rely on him to get you some of those easy buckets.
Exactly. That's exactly what you need to do. You don't have to always jack up threes. Sometimes you get your easy basket. Go to your big fella.
All right, let's get to the dunk of the game, and unfortunately, I'll be
Speaking of
doing
the big
read,
fella,
but it is Kristaps Porzingis from Derek White. That's the dunk of the game. It's all about the dunk.
I see you.
All right, so the Celtics get the win here, 123.